Crown-breaking, King Felipe's emotional reaction to Leonor's hidden love story heartbreak Spain. The Zarzuela Palace had always been a place of tradition, protocol, and public appearances. Its halls echoed with centuries of Spanish royalty, with every painting, every chandelier, and every marble floor bearing silent witness to the stories of kings, queens, and heirs. Tonight, however, those walls would witness something far more personal, far more intimate, a moment that would reveal the hidden heart of Princess Leonor and evoke an emotional response from King Felipe that few had ever seen. It began quietly, almost imperceptibly. Leonor had spent her afternoon attending a series of official duties, meeting with advisors, reviewing schedules, and preparing for upcoming international engagements. She moved with the poise expected of Spain's heir, yet beneath her composed exterior, her mind was elsewhere. A secret had been weighing on her, one she could no longer carry alone. That evening, in the private wing of the palace, Leonor requested a moment alone with her father. King Felipe, accustomed to her careful deliberation and measured demeanor, arrived with a blend of curiosity and concern. The private sitting room was warm, softly lit, adorned with family portraits that reminded them both of duty, legacy, and the burdens of the crown. "Father," Leonor began, her voice steady but tinged with emotion, "there is something I need to share with you, something personal." King Felipe studied her carefully, noting the unusual intensity in her gaze. His instinct told him this was no ordinary conversation, and yet he did not interrupt, offering only a nod and the quiet presence of his full attention. Leonor took a deep breath. "It is about Christian, Prince Christian of Denmark." The mention of his name caused a subtle shift in King Felipe's expression. He had known of their connection, of course, the fleeting glances, the whispered conversations during joint events, the careful gestures that indicated a bond forming between the young heirs. But Leonor's tone suggested this was more than what he had perceived. "He is someone important to me," she continued, her eyes unwavering. "More than a friend, more than a colleague of royal duty. He is someone I love." The room grew still. King Felipe's hand rested on the arm of his chair, his posture rigid but not unkind. His eyes softened as he considered her words. Love, he knew, was both a gift and a challenge for those who carried crowns. To protect a heart while navigating duty was no easy task. "Leonor," he said carefully, his voice measured yet gentle, "you know my first concern is your happiness but also your responsibilities. Tell me, what does this mean for you?" She looked down for a moment, gathering her thoughts. "It means that my heart has found someone who makes this life bearable. Someone who understands both the weight of our positions and the longing for something personal, something real." King Felipe's expression revealed a mixture of pride, concern, and quiet vulnerability. He had always wished for his daughter to experience love fully, yet he understood the scrutiny, the expectations, and the diplomatic implications of such a connection. His heart ached with the knowledge that her happiness might come at a cost, not just personal, but public. "Christian is respectful, devoted, and aware of our responsibilities," Leonor continued. "He does not seek to disrupt my duties, nor does he take advantage of them. He simply loves me. And I love him." King Felipe took a deep breath, his eyes reflecting the complexity of a father's love, the weight of a king's duty, and the human vulnerability that came with both. "Leonor," he said softly, "love is a force that shapes our lives. Sometimes quietly, sometimes with great upheaval. I see your sincerity, your thoughtfulness, and I trust your judgment." For a moment, the tension in the room eased. The heavy weight of unsaid words, of hidden emotions, and of centuries of expectation hung between them, yet it was tempered by understanding and acceptance. Leonor continued, recounting the private moments she and Christian had shared, letters exchanged in secrecy, quiet walks through the gardens, subtle gestures of care that had remained unseen by the public eye. Every detail painted a vivid picture of a connection that was tender, respectful, and profoundly human. "He does not ask for anything beyond my heart," Leonor explained, her voice quivering slightly. "He only asks to share life's moments with me, to understand, to be present. And that is enough." King Felipe's eyes glistened. The realization of her maturity, her ability to navigate love and duty simultaneously, struck him deeply. He remembered his own experiences with love and responsibility, the sacrifices made, the compromises endured. In that instant, he felt both pride and a protective ache for his daughter. "You have always carried yourself with grace, even under pressure," he said finally. "And now, you carry your heart with courage. I am proud of you, and I am here for you, no matter the path you choose." Leonor's shoulders relaxed. The burden she had carried silently lifted slightly, replaced by the warmth of understanding. She had feared judgment, reprimand, or disappointment, yet her father's words offered affirmation and support, a rare and profound gift in a life dominated by public scrutiny. They spent the next hour discussing the future, not in terms of protocol, but in terms of personal growth, mutual respect, and the challenges of maintaining a relationship under the public eye. King Felipe offered guidance, drawing on his own experiences as a monarch balancing personal desires with duty, and Leonor listened with quiet attentiveness. The conversation shifted, subtly, to the broader implications of her relationship with Christian. They explored questions of public perception, the responsibilities of heirs to multiple nations, and the delicate diplomacy required to honor both hearts and crowns. Each question answered opened new avenues of reflection, yet never diminished the central truth: the love between Leonor and Christian was real, enduring, and deserving of careful nurturing. By the end of the evening, King Felipe and Princess Leonor shared a quiet, unspoken understanding. The palace corridors seemed lighter, the air softer, and a sense of emotional clarity settled over the room. What had begun as a confession had transformed into a shared moment of trust, love, and acceptance. In the following weeks, the royal household adjusted subtly to the unspoken truth. Courtiers, advisors, and family members sensed the deepening bond between Leonor and Christian, though all respected the privacy and discretion that had been requested. In private, the young heirs nurtured their relationship carefully: a glance across a garden, a brief whispered conversation, a handwritten note left discreetly in a library. King Felipe, meanwhile, found himself reflecting often on that evening. The emotional impact of hearing his daughter's heart laid bare had been profound. He recognized the delicate balance required to support her, protect her, and honor the expectations of the monarchy. His response, measured yet full of love, became a guiding principle in the ongoing journey of Leonor and Christian's relationship. Over time, observers would notice subtle changes in Leonor's demeanor. A quiet confidence in public appearances, a serene composure at official events, and occasional glances that suggested private contentment. Yet only King Felipe truly knew the depth of the story behind those expressions, the hidden love story that had transformed his daughter's heart and inspired him to reflect on the enduring power of understanding, trust, and familial love. Ultimately, this private moment between father and daughter revealed something universal: that even within the confines of tradition, protocol, and centuries of expectation, the human heart remains resilient. Love, honesty, and courage can coexist with duty, and a single emotional conversation can ripple through generations, shaping both personal and public destinies. Leonor's hidden love story, shared with her father, became a quiet turning point, a testament to the power of connection, the wisdom of parental support, and the enduring strength of love in its purest form. And for King Felipe, it was a reminder that the greatest moments of his reign were not always public, but deeply personal, moments where trust, understanding, and the bonds of family carried the weight of crowns and hearts alike. That night, as Leonor retired to her chambers, she held Christian's letter close. King Felipe watched from afar, a soft smile on his lips, reflecting on the profound complexity of love, duty, and legacy. And in the quiet halls of Zarzuela, a hidden love story continued to grow, nurtured by courage, discretion, and the unwavering support of a father who understood that sometimes, the heart's truths are the most powerful stories of all.